today's kitchen adventures. The idea was originally to do a live stream of cooking, but YouTube decided to make things difficult, so there won't be a live stream. But I thought, well, I might just record what I'm doing here anyway, and so you can watch and join the fun. So I'm still kind of trying to get myself organized. So I have this list, right? You can't see the writing on it. It doesn't matter. It's my own language, which is a mix of German, English, and some hieroglyphs. So anyway, this is the list of what I'm making today, with the contents of my box. Step 1: cucumber salad. Cucumber salad, which is probably going to be a bit boring for you to watch, because first it means grating. The downside of this tiny kitchen is storage is where I'm not, and that means a lot of climbing. Okay, come on, close. And it also means me shoving around my stool all the time, tripping over it. Okay, grating. Because sometimes you need to eat an entire cucumber. I mean, this is a small cucumber, so yeah, I'm fairly certain that this is not the correct method of using this grater, but it came to me in parts with no handbook, guidebook whatsoever, and so I'm doing my thing. Using it in any way I find. Oh, it's actually quite fun. Very sharp. Grates, cucumbers, carrots, fingernails. So gotta be mindful so it doesn't grate fingertips. Like this much, not a lot. And now we make dressing, for which I'm going to use cashew butter, crunchy, a lemon. I used to have a lot of lemons. Do I use this one? I think I might use this one. And a little, because I think this time I'm going to make the dressing not in the salad. Okay. Yeah. So is this, I think this is a tablespoon of, can I have some of the oil? Just a little bit of the oil as well? Yes, maybe. Okay, thank you. No, this one. That is that. Lemon. sadly don't have one of these nifty lemon squeeze thingies, you know, where you just go and it squeezes by itself, sadly. After life decided to send me to live on Tenerife, which I didn't. I ended up living on La Palma for a while and then just traveled the world. Well, anyway, when life decided to send me to living on Tenerife, I gave up my flat and sold just about everything I had and packed up the rest. One of the things that I sold was my very useful lemon squeezer. But this is a very squeezy friendly lemon. Get lots of juice out of there. So if you're wondering about the recipe of the dressing, there is no recipe. There is no recipe. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Am I doing it anyway? Yes. Right. Speaking of which, I just remember this needs possibly a clove of garlic grated. It's a big clove of garlic. Might be a little bit too big. I'm going to use sour. Potentially. Maybe. My computer's doing strange things in the background. Wet fingers and peeling garlic or onions is just about the worst. Oh yeah, by the way, if at one point I start speaking in language that you don't understand, it's either German or light language. So this is the grater, the small grater, one of the MVPs in this kitchen. Very useful for grating garlic and ginger. Grating garlic. Now this is always a bit of a challenge because this is the grater that tends to win. In other words, it tends to be the one that requires blood sacrifice. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough. Sticky. Okay. What else? I have a teaspoon somewhere. There it is. Teaspoon. Tamari. Maybe a teaspoon of this, which is rice vinegar. We'll see. Okay, so this is going to take a little while to mix the cashew into the liquid. I apologize for the quality of the sound and the clinking of the spoon against the glass. There might be easier ways of doing this. They are, I don't know them, they're probably also boring. Besides, this way, I mean, you're working with your hands, you're working with your awareness, you're paying attention to the dressing you're making, and you can focus on stirring in some consciousness, stirring in some, yep, that was a bit of a that was one of the lemon pips, I think. Oh, yeah, it pays to stay conscious. Stirring in some presence. Stirring in some, well, the sense of evolution, development, because this is developing. This is developing. It's not, it's still fairly solid, the blob of cashew butter in there, but it's evolving. It's developing. It's changing. It's shifting. So I'm stirring in some change, evolution, a change of state, turning the solid cashew butter liquid. Test. Yep. Nice. Lemony. Yes, I do taste test like that because I'm cooking for myself. So if I dip my own finger in the food, that's on me. I'm the one who has to eat it afterwards. Now, if I'm cooking for more than myself, for more people, for other people, which doesn't happen all that often, I try to remember not to do that. Decades later, so where are we? 30 minutes. There's also somebody doing some works in the house, so if there's some noise at some point, if you hear hammering or drilling or something, I think it's downstairs. I'm thinking there's not something else. This dressing in terms of flavor, spices, some herbs. I don't have any salad herbs. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with this. now it looks like this. It's well, you can't really see it. It's like nice. I'm just going to dump this in, but I think this still needs something. Dump this all in. Yeah, I know, this isn't very hygienic, but as I said, I'm cooking for myself. Okay, I'm allowed to do that. Mix. Yeah. This is what it looks like now. Yeah, the lighting isn't so bad. The window is right behind you. So if I show you anything, I'm holding it directly into the light. Wow, that is the cucumber salad. I think I put it, no, I won't put it in the fridge because I want to eat it later. So this can rest now, and I might just throw something else in later. My gaze is not drawn to this. This is pasta topping, cashew with garlic and chili flakes. So I might just add some of that later. Yeah, that is the living room. Because as I said, my kitchen is, you see the entirety of my kitchen. That's my kitchen. I'm calling this a tiny kitchen for a reason. Okay, this can go back in the fridge. I'm a bit disorganized today in terms of what to make when and how. Okay, but I think the next step is going to be the stuff that needs cooking. All right. So moving the small pot. When you wear somewhere. Because I need this space for one pot. Oops, two pot. I need millet, and I also wanted to make lentils, but I haven't yet decided whether I'm making green lentils or brown lentils. No, I think I'm making green ones. Green ones? Green ones. Okay. If you ask me how many lentils I use, this many. How many that is? I don't know. Half a glass of water. Oops. Actually, I might need I might use that. Yeah, that looks better. Yes, I rinse my lentils. I will also rinse the millet. And yes, I will reuse this thing here without cleaning it. Still my kitchen, still my rules. 1, 2. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, where I'm getting the water from, that's my water filter this year. Because while officially tap water in Germany is okay to drink, unofficially you don't really want to do that. Okay, that's that. Because unofficially they tell you about all the residue from medication, hormones that are used to feed animals, and hormones as well that women use in contraceptive measures that they then pee out. They go into the water and they can't filter that out, so you get all of that shit from the tap. And if you don't want to drink all of that shit, that's why I use the water filter. And this is a Berkey water filter that uses gravity, so you just pour water in the top, it goes through the filters inside, and then you have a little tap on the bottom container. Out comes filtered water. Yeah, so usually once I'm done, I have to like deep clean the entire kitchen because I'm messy. And this is why I'm wearing this kind of, I mean, this is one of my favorite shirts. Absolutely love it. I didn't buy it in New Zealand despite the ferns, but it's also, you might see there's some holes in there. Shit that happens when you love your clothes and wear them often, and also wear backpacks that then help to, oops, oh no, wait a minute. Trying to put the timer for the lentils. Did I already put the lentils away? How long have they? No, doesn't matter. Cooking time for this one is 10 minutes. Okay. Cool. Millet. So you might be thinking now, oh, that was a lot of water. this is what water looks like when you rinse millet. As you can see, this is not clear, so yeah, that's why I rinse millet. Because otherwise I would cook that. Okay. Yeah, half the millet's on the floor. I will be hunting little pieces of millet through my flat for the next couple of days. Lentils cooking, millet cooking. Okay. The next is veggies. Okay, let's start with this one. Pumpkin. Not this one. Too small. This one. I know that there's a trick to cutting pumpkin. They tell you to not move the knife, but the pumpkin. Organic waste. This is Germany. We separate waste. We recycle everything. And you might be wondering, wait a minute, didn't she say something about making pumpkin pie? Yeah. So why is she making pumpkin pie right now? The pumpkin right now, then, together with all the other food stuff. Because I'm a disorganized mess. And also because I want to try something with the veggies. I want to roast them all in the oven. All of them, including the pumpkin. And also, I wanted to use some of the pumpkin for a curry as well. very, very easily processed pumpkin. I approve. This does not usually go that well. And because it, oops. That was the millet. Yeah, that always happens. That always happens. Something always boils over. Shit. Probably happens when, because I'm doing like 3 things at the same time, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah. The disorganized mess is wondering what to do next. I love peppers of all colours. I hate the seeds. They're so clingy. And no, I know some people just throw their peppers in, seeds included. I don't. These are seeds that I don't want to eat. What? Take the lid off. Listen, I still don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, because half of the cabbage goes into the curry and the other half of the cabbage goes elsewhere. Yeah. And usually you would say, well, that's easy, just cut it in half and then put it where it goes. But do I then roast all the cabbage in the oven and then separate it out afterwards? I don't know. I am not decided. Cabbage! I've never roasted cabbage in the oven. Anybody got any experience with that? Is that a good idea? Should I be doing that or not? Check the lentils. Okay, this is distracting me because I can see myself moving on the screen, and every time something moves somewhere I'm getting distracted. wondering what I'm doing, I have some, yeah, you can see that bowl. I have another one. Collect the cut veggies first. Process all together. Make cabbage small. At least I need cabbage small for what I'm planning to do with that. What I'm planning to do with that. So the idea is to roast the veggies in the oven. So I don't have to spend all day cooking things in the pan. Roast veggies in the oven. That and the pepper, cabbage, the leek too. Yeah, gotta go and catch the leek. Mix with the lentils, and then I have the zucchini. No, actually no. Let me be precise for once. It's the zucchino, because zucchino is the singular, whereas zucchini is the plural. And I know I always use zucchini in the singular and zucchinis are the plural, and I apologize to all Italian speakers, and I know this is incorrect. So, zucchino. And the idea was to slice the zucchino in very small, very fine slices, fry them with a marinade, and then roll the mix of lentils and veggies into the slices. That was the idea. Lentils looking good. Beep. Ah yeah, you can turn off as well. Beep. This is going to be very, very sticky millet. Okay. Now, salt lentils, because apparently yes, you salt them at the end of cooking, not before. That's what they tell you on the package. I don't know why. Well, yeah, salt can extend cooking time. I mean, I don't pay attention to cooking times anyway, most of the time, because I mean, it's doing its thing. And now I'm going to squeeze that into the millet, because I'm making lemon millet. Squeeze! And we'll see how that turns out. And I forgot to zest the lemon. I usually do that. Seed. Oh yeah, there's already a seed swimming in there. There's already a seed swimming in there. I don't need the seed swimming in my milk. Stir it. There's another one. Come on. Würstewol. Kleiner Feigling. Oops. was the entire melon? Melon. I have issues with lemon and melon. Yeah, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. The noises, the soundtrack, by the way, that's entirely normal. Yes, I do that. What are you doing in my cabbage? I think that was an animal. Well, it's a good sign. The cabbage is organic. No chemicals in the cabbage. Animals consider that a good thing. Leek. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak. Squeak. Let's move this to the side. I can see my messy cutting board. Take this layer off. Wash the layer underneath again. Yes, I love that. How could you tell? time wise? Yeah, okay. Is anybody still watching? Is everybody bored out of their minds? I mean, I probably wouldn't blame you. Might not be the most interesting thing to watch me being a mess. Okay. Oven. So, step 1. Not step 1. Step 1. Yes, I always use that. Because I have to admit to being lazy when it comes to cleaning these things. It's always such a mess. Okay, 1. Mm-hmm. 2. Cabbage! Wow! This turns out more than I expected. This is not liquid. Excuse me while I turn my coconut oil liquid. Apparently I'm using this. Okay. Apparently I'm using this. Too big. Okay. Do I like tandoori masala? Yes, I do. And some pepper. Some pepper. Yes, I also like pepper. Mix, mix. Mix, 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 mix. Yes, and now I would like to add some coconut oil. Oh yeah, it's turning liquid. Cool. Cool, cool. Spoon. Oh, come on. Burp. Here's a trick. actually, I would have liked to also. I don't have any room in here, and I don't have, sadly don't have a second. What are these things called? Tray. I only have one tray and one roast thingy, because last time I was in New Zealand, I was visiting friends, and it was his turn to make dinner, and he spread, I think it was lentils actually too. He spread lentils out on the tray, just popped them in the oven for like 10 minutes, and they were crunchy as they came out. And I like crunchy food, and that would have been like a cool thing to do, but no. And you might not be wondering, is the oven on? No, it's not on yet. It's not on yet. This goes in now. Yep. And then I'm going to chop up pumpkin. Did I mention what I'm going to do with the pumpkin? Probably started and then got sidetracked by something. Well, I'm going to roast the pumpkin, or cook it in the oven, whatever. One part is going to go into the curry, and the other one's going to be pumpkin pie. Now the pumpkin pie I can't make today because the mixing bowl is currently occupied by the quinoa bread. Yes, you heard that correctly, quinoa bread. Quinoa bread, I highly recommend quinoa bread if you like bread and if you're gluten-free. It's really easy. Like, my biggest challenge is to blend the quinoa into a dough, because I don't have a food processor, I don't have a jug blender, I have like a little smoothie maker, my tiny little smoothie maker, and a handheld blender, and yeah, so in combination a bit of a challenge, but it's as I say, it's super easy. You take like, I only use half of the recipe because for myself I might not be able to eat all of it before it goes off, so I use 250 grams of quinoa, wash, soak for at least 12 hours, very easy overnight, and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with 100 milliliters of water. I let them soak, I think this morning, for like half an hour, and that was good. Mix together, rinse the quinoa, wash it again, mix together with the chia seeds with a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, blend, put back in the bowl, and then let sit for 12 to 24 hours. So I made it this morning. It's going to sit until tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to put it in the form and bake a bread. I did this. Did I do this last week? No, I think the week before, and it's fantastic. I really like it. It's really yummy, and it keeps in the fridge for days. What did I do? No. Pumpkin. the oven as well, and then the oven goes on for, I have no idea how long until things are done. I might switch at some point because the veggies are now on a low on a lower level, and these are going up on a higher level, and I think at one point, maybe like in 20 minutes, I might swap this around. Maybe. I don't know yet. Okay, oven goes on. Let's say 200 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much of that is in Fahrenheit. When I'm on a computer, I use a converter. Okay, cool. So now that this is in the oven, next step, curry. That is that. Is there anything else I need for the curry? More lemon. Yeah, I can't make the curry because the pumpkin goes in the curry. As I said, I'm a bit of a disorganized mess. Well, since this is now taking a while, and I've been jabbering at you for about an hour, I think this is a good point to stop the recording. Maybe come back later. Make a part 2 for you. Tidy up the mess. I can start with some of the preparations. If you want to hang around for a little longer. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is warm because of the water. Okay, I can start chopping up the cabbage, the other half of the cabbage. This is also full of water. Oops. Oops. Okay. Any other critter in there just got drowned. This is going to be 5k curry? Certainly a K curry. Now this is, no, I don't mean Korean curry. It's but the ingredients. Only works in German. Cabbage, Kohl, Kürbis, pumpkin, Kichererbsen, chickpeas, Kokosmilch, coconut milk, curry. How do I cut this? I think I'm starting. Yeah, this looks good. This. Cut in half. Continue. This is going in the pan later. I first thought of doing this in the oven as well, this half, but yeah, good thing I made this. I changed my mind. What are you doing? Making my life complicated. What are you doing? And actually, I was thinking this morning that, like, if I just add chickpeas to the curry, and the curry is a bit low on protein, so I might just add tofu as well. was the idea this morning. And then I got like super complicated because saw this video. So the TikTok algorithm has figured out that I really like watching people making food and preparing food. And so it keeps showing me this pack my lunch box with me videos. And there's one lady, I presume, going by the hands, it's a lady, who is either Asian or like really likes Asian food. I think it's, well, some of the parts I recognize are definitely Japanese. Some might just be from other countries, and I apologize profusely that I can't tell the differing cuisines apart. I would really like to know more about like the different types of Chinese kitchen and what is characteristic for Thai cuisine, and where there are difference to Korean, and yeah, something to look into. But so far I don't know. So sorry for that. And she made these. So the lady in the video, she made, I think she used rice, but now I have very sticky millet, so I might. So the idea was to make these shapes with millet instead of rice and have a little filling. So I thought I might marinate the tofu and then fry it and then shape the millet, like make something like half a ball, put some tofu in there, and then because she shapes triangles, and then make it like that. But that doesn't really go with curry. So I might make actually now that I'm speaking about this, marinade for the tofu. Yes, I have tofu in my fridge. I tend to have tofu in my fridge. This is my fridge. It's not pretty empty because most of the veggies have gone out. The biggest veggies have gone out. And yeah, there's one more dish if you want to stay hanging around. Now this is the thing that's going to be like really fiddly. Again, this is from a YouTube video, because again there was this lady who made this first, and she used cucumber peeled with a peeler into thin long slices, and then she rolled them. And I was like, oh, I still have some olives. And yesterday then I bought some tomatoes. Yes, I bought them, they were not in a box. Tomatoes in the box are rare. And I also bought a vegan version of feta cheese. And I thought, I could try this. But this is definitely an experiment, so probably also very boring to watch. So I'm making marinade for this one now. Just going to throw it into the curry later as well. Yes, I reuse pots, pans, and the like during the cooking process. My waste paper basket for paper is outside the kitchen because there's no room in the kitchen, so it's outside. in case you were wondering what I was doing with the rubbish. Does that mean that the rubbish bin is in the living room? Yes. Yes, it does. I'm not entirely happy about that either, but tiny kitchen is tiny. And let me not get started about the idiocy of the storage space in here. That's like, yeah. Takes a lot of climbing through cupboards. It's starting to smell very nice in here. Nummy, 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 nummy. How are you doing? Yeah, good. I'll actually use it to cook this in. Good idea. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Do I make this crunchy? Do I attempt to make it crunchy? Because so far it's never worked. I shall attempt to make it crunchy again. Juggling my footstool, in case you were wondering. Starch. I have not yet figured out how to do this properly, no matter how many videos the algorithm shows me about how you make crunchy tofu. Wrong spoon. Does this need more starch? I never know. Does this need... No. Sorry, can't ask you. I don't know. I think so. I actually need more. Sorry about the noise. This here now is plastic, and everything that is not plastic, tin, paper, or green. As I said, this is Germany. We like to be precise. I'm washing this lemon, not melon, lemon, because I'm going to zest it. Yes, this lemon is organic. All my fruit and veggies are organic. And as this is Germany, there is a difference between organic food and non-organic food. I know it's not the same in other countries. From what I heard about America, there isn't all that much difference between organic and non-organic, but yeah. In the EU, I think there is a difference, and then Germany likes to make things even more complicated. It's getting hot in here. Standing right in front of the oven. You might be wondering, wait, did she put in the timer? No, I didn't. Why not? Because the oven doesn't have a timer. It does not have a timer, which is one of the most ridiculous things ever. To have an oven without a timer inbuilt. Any more clips? Cook. No, looks good. So I have to side-eye my clock. I think it's been like 15 minutes. Yeah. Let me check. Do I need to swap you over? No? Okay. And now I'm making... Ha! Bastard. Lemon juice. Lemon. Aha, there's another one. It would be so useful to have one of these nifty lemon squeezy thingies. And I don't want an electric one. I have no room in this kitchen for any further devices, machines, thingies. I would like to have an air fryer actually. There's so many interesting things you can make with an air fryer, and also it's an air fryer and does the whole thing without oil, presumably, which would be great. Not because I need to reduce oil, no, but because I would like to experiment. Okay, this is now a very nice mess. Messy! Oh, I like this. Awesome. Add some tamari. And what else do you think I should add? else do you think I should add? Or do I feel like I should add? Ginger, okay. Ginger. Do you think I should use grated ginger or ginger juice? And I think grated ginger. That requires me to clean up this mess first. I have a little jar for lemon zest. I didn't know that. I learned that from my stepmother. She puts lemon zest on her fruit salad muesli thingy. And I was like, ooh. But this is the rind. Is it rind? Is it skin? Is it of the lemon? Whatever. Can you eat that? And she was like, yeah, if it's organic. Do you want to try this? And I said, oh, why not? I'll leave some for you tomorrow. And then she left some for me, and then I put it on my fruit salad, and I was like, oh yeah, this is actually very nice. I have some ginger left. It was in my box. Like, I had 2 pieces of this size in my box a couple of weeks ago. And some of this will go into the curry itself later, obviously. It's getting really hot in here. Well, at least I'm not cold. I mean, it really is like very autumny. I mean, it's currently pretending to be a fine day. You did so earlier, and I was like, oh, maybe I can go outside, go for a walk. And the next time I looked out the window, it was raining, and I thought, okay, no. The weather's been doing that a lot. Pretends to be fine in 1 minute, and the next it's like, yeah, pouring. Not fun. Okay. Ginger. Come on. Is this okay? Is this okay now? Is this okay now? Okay now? Yes? No? Maybe? Yes. Good. Okay. Next. Check on the veggies. This is starting to look very nice, so I can now swap over. Woo! Woo! Maybe another 10 minutes or so. What did I want to do next? I lost the plot. Yeah, so I lost the plot. I completely forgot what I wanted to do next. Cool. since I now completely forgot what I wanted to do, I think that this is not really the time that I turn this off. And yeah, well, for anything else, for the final result, for the final result of everything that I'm making today, tune into my blog on the healingdance.space, Kitchen Adventures with Joy. Yeah. See you there.